Hallo, ich bin's, Robin, Deutschlehrer mit Core Languages, and today on my walk through this beautiful park, I stumbled upon this old tree. And it made me think, how many sentences can I make to express where I am in relationship to this tree? I could say, I'm in front of the tree, I'm next to the tree, behind the tree, near the tree, by the tree, and so on. Now, all these sentences have two things in common. One, they all have prepositions in them because I'm hoping to express where I am in relationship to another noun in the sentence. The second thing they have in common, all these sentences could be the answer to one question: where are you? And in German, this means that all of them will be followed by the dative case, the case of the indirect object. Some prepositions can also go with the accusative case, or the case of the direct object, but some prepositions are stubborn. They're really good friends with the dative case, so this is the case they will want to go with. In today's video, I'm going to show you some dative case prepositions so that you can incorporate them into your German sentences. I would say, los geht's und viel Spaß beim Deutschlernen.
Dative prepositions. When using prepositions or prepositionen, we express the relationship between nouns or pronouns in a sentence. And when expressing a relationship between nouns or pronouns in a sentence in German, we are dealing with the grammatical cases. Now, the relationship that we are expressing can be based on location or time. The following prepositions usually trigger the dative case. For example, aus. Aus means out of or from. Außer, besides or except for. Bei. Bei is used to express at, for example, at a business or a place of residence, or near and with. Mit, with or by means of. Nach, after, or to, as in to a city, to a state, or to a country. Seit, since. Von, by or from. Zu, to or towards. Before we look at some dative verbs, it is important to remember the dative case endings for articles, both definite and indefinite, and personal pronouns in the dative case. If a noun that is masculine is in the dative case, the article changes to dem and einem. For example, der Kaffee turns to dem Kaffee or einem Kaffee. A feminine noun, for example, die Birne, the pear, turns to der Birne or einer Birne. A neutral noun, for example, das Brot, the bread, turns to dem Brot and einem Brot. A plural noun, for example, die Tomaten, the tomatoes, turns to den Tomaten or keinen Tomaten, no tomatoes. If a person is the indirect object in a sentence, the personal pronouns change to mir, dir, ihnen, and ihm, ihr, ihm. Me, you, formal you, him, her, and it. Uns, euch, ihnen, ihnen. Us, you, formal you, and them. The preposition aus is usually used as a preposition of place, and it means out of or from. Zum Beispiel, du kommst gerade aus dem Laden. You are just coming out of the store. Laden is a masculine noun, der Laden, and der Laden in the accusative is dem Laden. Kommst du aus Dresden? Do you come from Dresden? Außer is used to express besides or except for. Zum Beispiel, ich trinke gern alle Säfte, außer Zitronensaft. I like to drink all juices, except for lemon juice. Außer ihm gibt es hier keinen Musiker. Besides him, there is no musician here. The preposition bei is also typically used to express the relationship based on location, and it means at, near, and it can mean with. Zum Beispiel, ich bin bei meiner Freundin. I'm at my girlfriend's, or I'm at my girlfriend's home. Sie läuft gern bei dem Tierpark. She likes to run near the zoo. Du wohnst bei deinen Eltern. You live with your parents. The preposition mit is used to express with or by means of. Zum Beispiel, ich schlage den Nagel mit einem Hammer. I hit the nail with a hammer. Hammer is a masculine noun, der Hammer. A hammer is ein Hammer, and ein in the dative case is einem, mit einem Hammer. Er fährt mit dem Zug. He's traveling by train. Literally translated, the sentence could be, he travels with the train. Zug is a masculine noun, der Zug, and der Zug in the dative case is dem Zug. The preposition nach can be used as a preposition of time or location. If used as a preposition of time, it means after. If used as a preposition of place, it is to or towards. Nach is also used for the idiomatic expression nach Hause, which means home, towards home. Zum Beispiel, geht ihr nach der Pause los? Are you all going or are you all leaving after the break? Wir fahren nach Bremen. We are driving to Bremen. The preposition seit is used as a preposition of time, and it means since, as in since a specific moment of time or a period of time. Zum Beispiel, Sie sind seit 2015 verheiratet. They have been married since 2015. Or, ist mein bester Freund seit unserer Kindheit. He is my best friend since childhood, or literally since our childhood. The preposition von is used to express by or from, and in spoken German it is often used to express possession. For example, zum Beispiel, ich habe den neuen Film von J.J. Abrams gesehen. I've seen the new film by J.J. Abrams, but I could also say I have seen J.J. Abrams' new film. Wir haben ein Geschenk von meinen Eltern bekommen. We got a gift from my parents, or literally, we have received a gift from my parents. The preposition zu is used to express to or towards, and is often used to express going to a profession, such as to the doctor. Zu is also used for the idiomatic expression zu Hause, meaning at home. For example, where are you? Ich bin zu Hause. I am at home. Here are a couple other Beispiele. Ich gehe zum Arzt. I'm going to the doctor. Zum is the contracted version of the preposition zu and the dative article dem. Zu dem, zum. Du gehst zum Markt, oder? You're going to the farmer's market, right? Or aren't you? Again, zum is the contracted version of zu and dem. The prepositions bei, von, and zu can also have contracted forms. How to contract depends on the gender of the noun the preposition is followed by. Contractions also happen with accusative prepositions, but in this video we will only focus on the dative ones. For example, bei dem can be contracted to beim. Dem is the dative article for either a masculine or a neutral noun. The dative feminine article der does not get contracted, bei der. Von dem can become vom. Again, dem is only masculine and neutral. Von der would be the case if the noun is feminine. Zu dem can become zum. But if the article is die in the dative, as in der, zu der, which can become zur. Let's practice. Üben wir. Look at the following two pictures and sentences and see if you can identify the correct dative preposition. Was machen Sie? Dem Druckluftnagler. The correct preposition would be mit or with. Was machen Sie mit dem Druckluftnagler? What are you doing with the nail gun? Woher bist du gerade gekommen? Where did you just come from? Bioladen. The correct preposition is vom or von dem Bioladen, from the health food store. And how about these two examples? Kommt ihr Hauptstadt? The correct preposition is aus. Hauptstadt in the nominative is die, and die in the dative is der. Kommt ihr aus der Hauptstadt? Do you come from the capital city? Leider muss ich Hause fahren. The correct preposition is nach Hause. Leider muss ich nach Hause fahren. Unfortunately, I must go home. And how about these two examples? Ich trinke erst letztem Jahr Milchkaffee. The correct preposition would be seit. Ich trinke erst seit letztem Jahr Milchkaffee. I've only started drinking milk coffee in the last year, or I've only drank milk coffee since last year. Bist du ihm gestern Abend ausgegangen? The correct preposition would be mit. Bist du mit ihm gestern Abend ausgegangen? Did you go out with him last night?
Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to use dative prepositions. As always, if you have more questions, feel free to comment, or if you're interested in joining one of our German courses with a live instructor, feel free to message us directly. Das war's, vielen Dank und bis zum nächsten Mal.